Before we move on, I'd like to note some honorable mentions. Land of the Dead from Billy and Mandy's Big Boogie Adventure. This is Voltaire's other Billy and Mandy song made for Big Boogie Adventure. It actually has improved vocals from Brains, but the instrumentation is not as good. Still, the accompanying visuals in the opening credits are really cool. Choosing between this and Brains was tough, but Brains has the benefit of being longer without losing steam. The Oogie Boogie song from Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, my second favorite song from that movie.
And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong. Cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song. Whoa, whoa.
The song is great for its cabaret sound, the strong voice of Ken Page behind it, the highly kinetic video which is difficult with the type of animation this film uses, and the fact that it's a slimy and malicious as hell villain song helps too. We Want Your Soul from Class of 3000. Hey, the next best Class of 3000 song. This one is much smarter with commentary on the music industry, saying that the industry takes your soul and probably by extension your artistic integrity. However, what about the promise of fame? How about the fact that people remember you? It's a little lacking of the life and fun of Throwdown, but still a nice listen.
Yes sir, yes ma'am, the whole world gon' know who I am. It's Dr. Roseworld, it's Dr. Roseworld, it's Dr. Roseworld, it's Dr.
It's Dr. Roseworld, it's Dr. Roseworld, it's Dr. Roseworld. Make a Man Out of You from Mulan. Talk about a song that pumps people up. Yeah, this one's famous. Basically think Eye of the Tiger, but Disney. Mulan has a damn good training montage, and the characters actually do improve by the end of the musical number of the film, and see the characters start respecting each other in their training. It's great to see Mulan climb the column and grab that arrow while the song reaches its peak. Friend Like Me from Aladdin. My favorite piece here is Genie's song that completely establishes his personality as a very cool guy. The accompanying animation with this is great, large scale, and full of the magic the Genie promises.
Never had a friend like me.
Give Me the Wand from Fairly Odd Parents. Hey look, another song from Fairly Odd Parents and another song by a genie. Except this one is evil and pissed off about his lack of freedom instead of being a nice guy. No, honestly, I love Norm's voice and this song.
Plot. Give me the wand and you'll all see.
I don't like it when Cosmo shows up though. Sutekita ne from Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X is one of the best soundtracks of any video game, something many gamers seem to agree on. It's the best part of the game too. Sutekita ne is the credit song, and it's entirely in Japanese, so I can't understand it. And unfortunately has a singer who hits her notes too high and hurts my ears. However, it deserves the mention because the instrumental is stunningly emotional and lovely. What they did with the strings is just amazing. The Distant Worlds version in English improves the vocals and is worth checking out. Mojo Jojo's cover of Everybody Wants to Rule the World from the Powerpuff Girls Rule. This special was released in 2008, so it's not even nostalgic to me. And it's a cover of a song from a different era. However, it's also Mojo Jojo covering one of my favorite songs ever. It deserves a mention to me no matter what. No really, I dig the hell out of the original I Tears for Fears, and having one of my childhood icons sing it, has quite a positive effect on me.
Most of freedom and of pleasure, nothing ever lasts forever.
Alright, back to the list.
From the day we arrive on the planet, the circle of life.
Circle of Life from The Lion King. Yeah, I'm sure someone out there is disappointed. It was between this and Be Prepared, which is likely my favorite villain song of all time. All in all, I actually like Be Prepared as a song more because it expresses Scar's character's motivations perfectly, and just sounds cool, catching, and menacing. So why did I choose Circle of Life? Well, you see, every time I watch this film, I feel like it's the perfect way to start it. It creates the mood inside me that this looks and sounds amazing. I hear that chanting in Zulu built into an African-style rhythm created by the awesome background singers. I see the amazing damn visuals, especially in the big gathering circle, and then the main female vocalist comes in. This song also gets points for creating the setting of Lion King without saying a single word of exposition. Hell, the song lyrics don't tell you anything specific either. Through expressions, you can tell that Mufasa loves his son and he's destined for good things. As the song reaches its high points, it just awesomely cuts to the title card. I tried to avoid using this word, but it's an epic opening. It's very nice that there's a little interlude in the middle that rebuilds itself very quickly when Simba is in the iconic raising up scene. Seriously, I can't stress how great this piece is. It really is my favorite Disney scene in the context of this movie. I wonder how long it'll take for Disney to break the circle. Final Fantasy music has always been a big deal in my life because my brother would always listen to it when I was a kid. That got me exposed, even when I didn't get to play the games myself. The pieces made in Square games are for the most part really good too. Both the Kingdom Hearts themes were nice when I was a kid, but when I grew older they started sounding like generic J-pop. Suteki da ne is great. Then there's everyone's favorite, Eyes on Me. Eyes on Me is a wonderful song, but it's unfortunately pretty poorly translated, but it's lovely.
Darling, so there you are, with that look on your face, as if you never hurt, as if you never down.
My favorite is Melodies of Life, the main theme from Final Fantasy IX. So why do I pick Melodies of Life? After all, Final Fantasy IX is the least remembered of the games from that post-7 pre-Enix era. Well, both Eyes on Me and Melodies of Life are love songs, but different types. Eyes on Me is about falling in love and opening your heart. Melodies of Life is about spending time and overcoming things with your love. Melodies of Life sounds less lovey-dovey than Eyes on Me. It's softer and feels more like a gradual process.
In my dearest memories, I see you reaching out to me, and you're gone. I still believe that you can call out my name, a voice from the past, joining yours and mine, adding up the layers of harmony.
Both the songs represent the stories they tell well. Final Fantasy VIII's love story was pretty quick and spontaneous, while the one in 9 was gradual and subdued, and I prefer that. The song is just so affectionate without being overblown. It's simple, yet beautiful, and lovely.
As long as we remember.
Look, my love life sucks ass. I'm very poor with the ladies. Things just don't end well for me whenever I try that little game. I know this is gonna sound really stupid because I feel stupid saying it, but this is the song I go to when I need inspiration to continue and try again. In the middle of all my irrational angst, it's this song that makes me want to pursue love and find someone for me out there one day. I'm sorry, I sound ridiculous right now. Let's move on to number 1. My number 1 is odd. It's from a film, but not from the 2000s. It's not even from the 90s. It's Don Bluth's The Land Before Time. When I was young, I liked dinosaurs and dragons a lot. There was something about giant reptiles that screamed dominance, wildness, and freedom. The movie is known for being dark, but also the message of staying together as friends. It also has the notorious scene where Littlefoot loses his mother to the villain, and he thinks he's going to spend the rest of his life alone, with no one to guide him. This movie was terrifying to me as a kid. When I was young, my mother was my single role model. Even after the divorce, she had to be both. Still, even when I was worried, she helped me not worry about everything, even when our lives were on the move and never sure about how long I was going to stay in a single neighborhood. My mother didn't die like Littlefoot's, but at the end of the movie, when he finally kills the homicidal Sharptooth with his friends, and they find the Great Valley, that song plays.
Don't lose your way.
A song from Diana Ross from the 80s. I do my online name so little justice right now. I realize it's the same type of song as Melodies of Life. I realize it's a song written to win awards, but it's so gentle. It's a song that's all about rebuilding your life because you're not alone.
If we hold on together, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever, where clouds roll by. For you and I.
My biggest fear from my childhood was that my mother would one day not come home from work. This song tells me that even if that happened, I'll be able to get through it because of everyone in my life. This song says that even if the worst happens, you don't have to become a cynical prick that rejects all hope in the world. It says that with friendship and love from those around you, you can overcome everything. It's such bullshit. Everything we were told as children was a lie. The world is full of shit. I guess the solution to the mystery that I can't let go of my childhood is because of how much this world sucks. Even if I get out of here, I'm going back to a place where people use each other as tools instead of treating them like living things who can feel like them. We were told we could be anything we want, but then reality hits. You wanted to be an actor, but you weren't pretty enough. You wanted to be an engineer, but you weren't good enough at math. Or you wanted to be a professional athlete, but you just weren't talented enough. Maybe this is why I couldn't watch any live action, because real life has always sucked. If you're lucky, Hollywood will be kind enough not to touch anything you grew up with and transform it into a mockery. Hold on together? Dreams see us through? Well, shame. It's not real. And right now, I really, really need it to be real. I need it to be okay. Please, someone, tell me that it's okay.
Watcher,
What?
I see I've interrupted you in the middle of a ceremony where you renounce your dignity. You've handled Captain Zandos. Tragic. I had some high hopes for him.
What happened to Mr. Magnetic?
You needn't concern yourself with that.
I'm sure he was a good man under there. He was a real-life superhero when he was younger, like the ones I grew up with. Though he wasn't when I came here, he was still brave enough to stand up to you.
Brave or just stupid. A real-life superhero who lost the heroism. Rosette's gone and you're still here? I bet you know where she went. I'll find out once my men dismantle the last telepathic blocker.
What do you want with Rosette? The resistance is quashed.
What would you say if I were to inform you that my offer for you to rule an entire planet is still available? After all, you did help me orchestrate Project 13. The goal of it to destroy the Freedom Warriors has succeeded.
Project 13?
Yes, it was a very simple plan to place a magical tracker in your position. The group finds you and I force them to surrender. Shame 2 steps went wrong. First, with the FF call and the announcement of your noblemanship, they were supposed to kill you. And yet here you are. Zandos' bloodlust led to many unneeded casualties on my side. And Rosette just had to shoot me with the disruptor and throw me off balance. By the way, my offer still stands. A chance to rule a planet, boy. You've made it this far. That's worth commemorating. And I couldn't have done it without you.
Why would you still offer that? I took up a gun against your forces. Why don't you kill me now?
It's simple. I know you. You're unhappy with your life. When you were young, you thought you were going to make a difference in people's lives, and you kept looking to something like superheroes for inspiration. Now look where you are. Settling for complacency. You wanted some excitement, so I gave you an adventure. You led me to the Freedom Warriors. We both win. I'm simply rewarding you.
Fine, if you want to reward me, just let me go. I'd rather talk about what I love, what I hate, and what I remember back on Earth. Like the old days.
Why would you want to leave that all behind to join the Freedom Warriors then? I had a feeling you and I saw this the same way. Get this through your head. Life is about choices, and not everyone is going to agree with the choices you make. Before Taron Kotz's devotion to revenge, I respected the Freedom Warriors because they had what it takes to stand up for their choices. You, on the other hand, are controlled by a group of people who will never care about you. And you're too afraid to create any art of your own because you're scared. Scared of doing something other than what will make you feel that false sense of love. Can't you see how pointless your life is.
I found a meaning. Fighting something like you, trying to crush me. You're just another bad guy to deal with. A supervillain who's out to destroy free will and resistance. You're something else trying to control me. Just like...
Man, you're getting on my nerves. Patheticness I can deal with, but what I really hate is a liar. Now you're lying to yourself about morality. You mortals have no morality. Don't you realize that the rights I've taken away from the people are rights they were willing to give up in the first place for a more stable society? I can read minds. I know this for a fact. I've saved 500,000 civilized planets from ever having another war or riot. Don't you even dare to try to claim a moral high ground when your way doesn't work.
Keep your world away from me! In your world, I would never be allowed to simply express my own thoughts. You said life was about choices, right? I'm making a choice for everyone's choices. People can take care of themselves. There are good people in this universe, and I spent my time here with several. Now, let me go back home.
You're so naive. You're a tool to them. Something that only exists to entertain. And the thing is, you have a defect. You think people care. No one comes to you for your opinion. Everyone just wants you to agree with them.
That's not true. Out there are people who care about me. I'm sure some of...
You're doing that lying thing again. You could have studied hard, like your classmates, and been a scientist and actually changed the world. But instead you wasted your time talking about trivial garbage from when you were a worthless child. Your race and every other for that matter see you as a dancing monkey to entertain them. And if you aren't that, you're nothing. There's no glory in that, and there will eventually be no enjoyment either. Just a chore. How long can you chase that? You are already a slave to your viewers. You think of me as a slaver when you willingly became a slave? A part of you wanted to overcome this by joining the Freedom Warriors.
No matter what, I refuse to be associated with your empire of blood. You're a goddamn dictator who won't stand for any sort of expression. You represent everything I hate. Censorship, control through fear.
Listen closely. This is the best option that will ever be given to you. What brings you joy? If it's control, then ruling all void is your task. If it's adventure you want, the FF is an option. If you want companionship, you can just be a citizen. Everyone in the Azubanal Empire is kind by mandate and encouraged to love one another.
Endless, rigid, hush, and monotonous safety is not as beautiful as you think it is. Without our own choices, we can't be anything other than featureless silhouettes. She knew that, and she was gonna fight to her last breath against you.
Who? That idiot? Rosette? Where is she now, by the way? Why isn't she fighting me to the last breath to kill me, like you said?
What did you call her?
Did I mumble? Idiot, moron, dense, lacking in common sense? She's the girl who couldn't even figure out that I put a magical tracker on the communicator. She saved you, which I'm sure created an internal struggle, and just to spare you, a guy who was literally worthless to the cause. She can invent objects but can't spot the flaw in the simplest plan I've ever put together. It's amazing that the simplest plan is the most effective.
You
bastard, you'll never forgive me? Jeez, you're so predictable. I don't even need telepathy to deal with you. You will see things my way. You can't defeat me. The universe will progress because I guide the choices that make up life. All resistance to my perfecting of mortals will end now because I demand it. Now, blind one, come and accept destiny and see every sapient life form for what it truly is.
If only you weren't so blind yourself. She's not an idiot. She made this!
He really is a fool.
I need to forget about everything that happened outside my reviews, which is everything about Rosette, the Freedom Warriors, Joffrey, even Double M, and cover them up with fake memories. I did all those reviews at home, yeah. Some things were not meant to be remembered. Some lessons are not meant to stay learned. Oh, I'm home. What a weird dream. My head hurts like a lot. I need a nap. Mom, hey, how are you doing? Oh, next week? Sure, I'll be there. I'll see you then. Someone's at my door. Oh, hey, Lord Khathulon. What are you doing here?
Rosette, where is she?
Who the hell is Rosette?
I refuse to waste any more time on you. I'll take the information from your mind directly. It's not here.
Khathulon, you're having a really intense staring contest with my forehead.
You wanted this empty life of talking about media to people who will never care about you? Fine, have it. You can watch your whole life fall apart slowly because you wouldn't accept my generosity. It's a worse fate than anything I can do to you. I hope our paths never cross again.
Ebert, King, Bradbury. Checkout time. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
No biggie.
Oh. Hello. Are you a new employee here? I don't believe I've seen you before.
Why yes, my name is Rose. I just moved here from Almondvale.
Really? Besides a wage, what makes you want to work here?
You'd be amazed how much information a librarian has access to. Plus, the children are adorable.
Fine reasons. This might sound weird, but something about you seems very familiar. Oh, the books. Let me just pick them up.
I got them.
I don't see many people reading about quantum physics or microbiology. Are you a student?
No, it's just interesting stuff. It's what I'm into. Your choice of reading also intrigues me.
I'm more a fan of cinema, storytelling, and animation, so this stuff is basically all I read about.
Oh yes, I'm always one for a work of art.
I agree. My favorite movie is actually WALL-E. It's a visual masterpiece with themes about our own submission to our hedonistic natures, and I find the robots the perfect way to illustrate.
You're a feisty fellow.
I'm sorry, I haven't even introduced myself yet. My name is David. David Chu. But my friends call me Wayne.
Wayne, huh? How did that stick around?
Funny story. It involves cowboys, Batman, and a popular rapper. This was all in middle school. Maybe I'll tell you the whole thing at some point.
You've got a nice name, Wayne.
Thank you, Rose. I have to catch one of my classes right now, so try to keep this job. I would like to talk to you again.
Alright, Wayne. I get off work at 6, so you can come back here then. I want to tell you about this cool new discovery in robotics.
See you then. Bye, Rose.
Well, at least he left me this. A memory ray. Let's see what Dr. Orlock can do with this.